A lot of people talk about how the Americans invented a pen that could write in space and the Soviets just came up with the pencil, which is a bit of an urban myth, but there is a much better example of that, and that's in this Russian T34 tank. Most tanks have these very complicated pins that hold the track together, and you look at this T34, it doesn't actually have anything, and yet the pins don't fall out, and there's a very simple reason for that. Basically, if you're trying to maintain a track in battle, you don't want to have something difficult to remove. Like this Tiger tank, for instance, had these spring clips, which are a lot more fiddly, a lot more to undo, makes it a lot harder for them to change any one of their tracks. This cruiser tank, look, they're even welded. I mean, if you lose a track on this, you're never getting it replaced. And this Leopard has this horrible combination of these circlips and these little caps. I mean, imagine how hard that would have been, scraping all the crud out before you could even get the pin out. This one's got a bloody nut and bolt. It's even got a nylock nut on it. And the Tiger 2's got this little roll pin going through. I mean, imagine trying to get that out under enemy fire. The Russians came up with these simple pins, easy to manufacture, easy to replace sections of damaged track. However, what stops the pins from coming out? What they've got is this striker plate. I think the Russian translation for that is the rebounding fist. And basically, every time the track went out, the back of the pin here would hit this striker plate and just knock it back into place. And every single time the pin goes past, it's hitting this plate. You see why it's all shiny and worn. And the pin can't fall out because it gets knocked back in place every time it goes past. And obviously that's a lot easier and a lot cheaper to maintain than all the complicated methods that the other tanks have got. And that's part of the reason why they were able to manufacture over 70,000 of these T34 tanks, and this is really what won World War II. And this is what beat the Germans, and it was just sheer overwhelming numbers. And the simplicity of things like the striker plate or the rebounding fist was what made it so easy for them to manufacture in such high volumes.